EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Atlanta Falcons. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we've got a good NFC matchup on 10 between the Seattle Seahawks and the Atlanta Falcons. And off we go from Las Vegas. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go, here we go.
Right out of the gates, here's Smith. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early 2nd and long they're facing. Another try after the first down sack. Smith. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
This is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Geno. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
It's taken to the 26. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be Falcon football. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready. At about the 32. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down, and then some.
A first carry for Tyler Algier. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 35 yards. And the Falcons will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing now is Geno. He lets it fly for Lockett. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. They're taken right on the 30. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
On first down, going back to Patterson. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield, That one incomplete.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. They'll set up to throw. Steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On second down, it's Walker. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now Geno on first down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Now, the offense, they've really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker, partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
To throw again on second down, Smith. That is taken in by the tight end Finn. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 33 yards that time. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. That play doomed from the start thanks to the defensive effort of Grady Jarrett.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
2nd and 13. Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter.
Here we go.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Now Smith. He's got his tight end fan. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
19, driver, 19,
Here's Smith. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Myers' kick is good, and they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Here we go.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Falcons need an answer and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. Now back to throw. And complete to Drake London. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the 2nd half gets underway. And we will not have a run back here as the 2nd half starts with a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the 1st half.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
42-yard line.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember Coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Now Patterson to start the drive. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 59 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second, here's Algier. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Algier will try to pick it up. And they needed two. They could only get one. Fourth down. He'll try and throw for it here. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, his second touchdown of the night. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Their catch made at the 24-yard line. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He hits his target, Lockett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Throwing is Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
That's another Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Smith now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 18. From the red zone now, Smith. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Noah Fant, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting him.
Here's Myers now to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Falcons take over first down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they get.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That's a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Algier is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This is where coaches have to spend a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Jet sweep. Here's London. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Patterson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. Smith on third down. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Off of play action, here's Smith. Sliding out of the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 15.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their timing. He's got him in. Complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Give to Patterson running to the right. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Touchdown Falcons! Kyle Pitts on the receiving end for Desmond.